Halo teman-teman, sekarang kita akan melanjutkan Dragon Age Origins lagi. Kemarin kan tokoh utamanya kan naik ke menara, terus pingsan, terus diselamatkan oleh Morrigan di pondoknya ini. Sekarang setelah kita bicara dengan Morrigan, kita lanjutkan menemui ibunya Morrigan.
See, here is your fellow Grey Warden. You worry too much, young man.
You're alive. I thought you were dead for sure. Oh, this doesn't seem real. If it weren't for Morrigan's mother, we'd be dead on top of that tower.
Do not talk about me as if I am not present, lad.
I didn't mean... But what do we call you? You've never told us your name?
Names are pretty, but useless. The chastened folk call me Flemeth. I suppose it will do.
The Flemeth? From the legends? Daveth was right. You're the Witch of the Wilds, aren't you?
And what does that mean? I know a bit of magic, and it has served you both well, has it not?
Jadi ini ibunya Morrigan ini semacam sesuatu yang legendaris gitu ya. Nanti kita cek seberapa legendarisnya. Mungkin seiring ceritanya berlangsung, mungkin kita bisa mengecek seperti apa dia. Julukannya Witch of the Wilds, penyihir dari hutan.
We need to bring Loghain to judgment.
Langsung
Why
saja.
would he do this?
Now that is a good question. Men's hearts hold shadows darker than any tainted creature. Perhaps he believes the Blight is an army he can outmaneuver. Perhaps he does not see that the evil behind it is the true threat.
The Archdemon.
Archdemon ini kita perlu tahu sebenarnya dia itu apa sih?
It is said that long ago, the Maker sent the old gods of the ancient Tevinter Imperium to slumber in prisons deep beneath the surface. An archdemon is an old god awakened and tainted by darkspawn. Believe that or not, history says it's a fearsome and immortal thing, and only fools ignore history.
Jadi dulu Archdemon itu semacam dewa tua, kemudian dinodai oleh pengaruh kegelapannya darkspawn. Kita minta tolong bantuan Flemeth ya, kok sepertinya Flemethnya ini sakti.
Me, I am just an old woman who lives in the wilds. I know nothing of blights and darkspawn.
Well, whatever Loghain's insanity, he obviously thinks the Darkspawn are a minor threat. We must warn everyone this isn't the case.
And who will believe you? Unless you think to convince this Loghain of his mistake.
He just betrayed his own king. If Al Eamon knew what he did at Ostagar, he would be the first to call for his execution.
Jadi ini mungkin Loghain ini mengira kalau Blight ini bisa diatasi sendiri. Nah ini kita menghubungi mungkin Earl of Redcliffe ini bisa jadi petunjuk.
I suppose. Al Eamon wasn't at Ostagar. He still has all his men. And he was Kaelin's uncle. I know him. He's a good man, respected in the Landsmeet. Of course, we could go to Redcliffe and appeal to him for help.
Ya ini nanti kita minta bantuan ke Earl Eamon. Ya ini memang mungkin ada sekutu lain ya.
Of course! The treaties! Grey Wardens can demand aid from dwarves, elves, mages, and other places. They're obligated to help us during a blight.
I may be old, but dwarves, elves, mages, this Earl Eamon, and who knows what else. This sounds like an army to me.
So can we do this? Go to Redcliffe and these other places and build an army?
Oke.
So you are set then, ready to be Grey Wardens.
Kita Terima kasih.
No, thank you. You are the Grey Wardens here, not I. Now, before you go, there is yet one more thing I can offer you.
The stew is bubbling, Mother dear. Shall we have 2 guests for the eve, or none?
The Grey Wardens are leaving shortly, girl. And you will be joining them.
Such a shame. What?
You heard me, girl. The last time I looked, you had ears.
Ini sepertinya Flamet ini menawarkan anaknya untuk membantu Grey Warden. Oke.
Have
apa-apa.
I no say in this?
You have been itching to get out of the wilds for years. Here is your chance. As for you, Wardens, consider this repayment for your lives.
Oke ya. Lebih baik
Not
Ada
to
bantuan daripada
look a
tidak.
gift horse in the mouth, but won't this add to our problems? Out of the wilds, she's an apostate.
If you do not wish help from us illegal mages, young man, perhaps I should have left you on that tower.
Point taken.
Mother, this is not how I wanted this. I'm not even ready.
You must be ready. Alone, these two must unite for Eldon against the Darkspawn. They need you, Morrigan. Without you, they will surely fail, and all will perish under the blight. Even I.
I understand.
And you, Wardens, do you understand? I give you that which I value above all in this world. I do this because you must succeed.
Allow me to get my things, if you please. I am at your disposal, Grey Wardens. I suggest a village north of the wilds as our first destination. It is not far, and you will find much you need there. Or, if you prefer, I shall simply be your silent guide. The choice is yours.
Oke, langsung
Farewell,
saja.
Mother. Do not forget the stew on the fire. I would hate to return to a burned-down hut.
Bah! 'Tis far more likely you will return to see this entire area, along with my hut, swallowed up by the blight.
All I meant was...
Yes, I know. Do try to have fun, dear.
Oke, kita sekarang mendapat quest ya. Ada 4. Kita sekarang mendapat 4 quest, yaitu nyari bantuan untuk mengatasi blight ini. Kalau seek out of argument, kita minta bantuan dari Earl of Redcliffe, seorang bangsawan dari Redcliffe. Dia kita perlu kemampuan politiknya untuk mengatasi pengkhianatan Logan ini. Nah, kalau ini ke Orzammar, ini minta bantuan bangsa kurcaci. Kalau ini Dalis Elf, kita minta bantuan Elf. Kalau ini bangsa penyihir di Danau Kalenhat. Oke, kita lanjut ya. Oke, kita belum baca, lupakan lah. Ini kita kuatkan pertahanannya dulu. Kita masuk ke loitering, teman-teman.
And I expect each of you to supply these men. We must rebuild what was lost at Ostagar, and quickly. There are those who would take advantage of our weakened state if we let them. We must defeat this Darkspawn incursion, but we must do so sensibly and without hesitation. Your lordship, if I might speak. You have declared yourself Queen Honora's regent and claim we must unite under your banner for our own good. But what of the army lost at Ostagar? Your withdrawal was most fortuitous.
Dia curiga kok bisa sih Logan ini selamat dari Ostagar.
Everything I have done has been to secure Ferelden's independence. I have not shirked my duty to the throne, and neither will any of you! The Banon will not bow to you simply because you demand it. Understand this. I will brook no threat to this nation from you or anyone.
Bantegan, please!
Your Majesty, your father risks civil war. If Eamon were here...
Bantegan, my father is doing what is best.
Did he also do what was best for your husband, Your Majesty?
Oke, logikanya masuk ya. Logikanya masuk.
Wake up, gentlemen. More travelers to attend to. I'd guess that fellow is the leader.
They don't look much like them others, you know. Maybe we should just let these ones pass.
Nonsense. Greetings, travelers.
Highwaymen, preying on those fleeing the Darkspawn, I suppose.
They are fools to get in our way. I say, teach them a lesson.
How is that any way to greet
Jadi
someone?
ini semacam begal,
A simple 10 silvers
preman
and you're free to
gitulah.
move on.
malak-malak para pengungsi. Oke, kita damai dulu ya.
What did I tell you? No wagons, and this one looks armed.
The toll applies to everyone, Heinrich. That's why it's a toll, and not, say, a refugee tax.
Preman,
Oh, right.
modusnya pakai
Even if
tol.
you're no refugee, you still gotta pay.
Oke ya.
Well, I can't say I'm pleased to hear that.
Aku gak
We have
bayar.
rules, you know.
Right. We get to ransack your corpse then. Those are the rules.
Oke, langsung saja.
Well, this is going nowhere. Let's finish this, gents.
Very well. I must maintain.
All right.
Good day.
We surrender. We're just trying to get by before the dog spawn get us all.
Goodbye. Ya memang dia
Yes,
preman ya.
I'm a criminal. I admit it. I apologize.
Kita kasihkan dia ke polisi.
There aren't any. Just the Templars, and they'll execute me.
Kita begal balik ya.
Yes, of course. The coins we collected are right here. Just over 100 silvers. The rest is in the chests we brought. I swear.
Oke,
Bless you. The Darkspawn can have this place.
kita biarkan dia lari.
As you say.
Wah, ada quest teman-teman.
I shall do it. It is begun.
Jadi ini semacam tempat transit para pengungsi gitulah intinya.
Well, there it is. Lothering. Pretty as a painting.
Ah, so you have finally decided to rejoin us, have you? Falling on your blade in grief seemed like too much trouble, I take it.
Is my being upset so hard to understand? Have you never lost someone important to you? Just what would you do if your mother died?
Before or after I stopped laughing.
Right, very creepy. Forget I asked. Anyway, I thought we should talk about where we intend to go first.
Kita pikir nanti ya. Kita explore lothering dulu.
Well, we'll need to decide eventually. Let's head into the village when you're ready.
Teman-teman, ini elf fruit ini sangat penting untuk
wonder,
bahannya ramuan
if you will
healer.
indulge me.
Jadinya kita rampok sebanyak-banyaknya elf fruit.
Choice.
Of the two of you that remain, are you not the senior Grey Warden here? I find it curious that you allow another to lead while you follow.
You find that curious, do you?
In fact, you defer to a new recruit. Is this the policy of the Grey Wardens, or simply a personal one?
What do you want to hear? That I prefer to follow? I do.
You sound very defensive.
Didn't you crawl into a bush somewhere and die? That would be great, thanks.
You there. If you're looking for safe shelter, I'll warn you. There's none to be found.
Ah, look how
Greetings to you, good sir. If it isn't too much to ask, might you spare some bread or anything?
Dia minta roti.
We thought it would be safer in Lothering, that the Terran would bring his soldiers here. But bandits attacked us and took everything. Our food, our clothes, my daughter's pet lamb. Nobody cares about a few elves. Can you help us?
Ini memang sudah kita usir bandit-banditnya.
That's wonderful news. Perhaps our belongings are still there.
I can't thank you enough, friend. Even if we don't get everything back, it's good to know others will be safe.
Saya papan quest ya. Jadi ini intinya kita disuruh memburu bandit. Udahlah. Kita memburu bandit ya teman-teman. Memburu bandit. Ini Fallen Templar ini tadi kan waktu kita mengajar bandit ada Templar jatuh mati. Ya ini dia meninggalkan semacam tulisan. Kita cek dulu tulisannya apa. Ini ya. Seorang kesatria dari Redcliffe, cuma gini aja. Oke, kita cari seseorang yang mungkin penting di lothering ini.
Back off. I have the right to charge what I wish.
You profit from their misfortune. I should have the Templars give away everything in your carts.
You wouldn't dare. Any of you step too close to my goods and I'll...
It's so nice to see everyone working together in a crisis. Warms the heart.
Oh, you there. You look able. Would you care to make a tiny profit helping a beleaguered businessman?
Kenapa aku harus menolongmu?
Didn't I mention profit?
He is charging outlandish prices for things people desperately need. Their blood is filling his pockets.
'Tis only survival of the fittest. All of these cretins would do the same in his shoes, given the chance.
I have limited supplies. The people decide what those supplies are worth to them.
You bought most of your wares from these very people last week. Now they flee for their lives, and you want to talk business?
Look, stranger, I've 100 silvers if you drive this rabble off, starting with that priest. I'm an honest merchant, nothing more.
Jadi ini semacam pedagang. Nah, di masa-masa krisis seperti ini, dia itu menaikkan harga setinggi-tingginya demi profitnya. Unscrupulous. Aku nggak tahu artinya apa, cuma
Would it help these folks if they could buy no goods at all?
They spend their very last coin because they are desperate, and this man preys upon them as surely as the bandits outside the city.
Ah, I'm not arguing anymore. Drive off this woman and get your 100 silvers. Otherwise, I'm taking my wagon and leaving.
Dia nyuruh aku untuk mengusir perempuan ini. Nah, kita ancam dia ya.
You wouldn't dare. I'm leaving.
Kita begal dia ya. Memang lintah darat semacam ini menyebalkan loh.
And who's gonna make me leave him? You? I hope the darkspawn choke on your cheap hides. Ah!
I suppose it couldn't be helped. Maker, help us all.
Kita usir dia. Loh.
It has begun.
Kita explore dulu di
I
loter
don't
ini.
like this. Have you seen my mother? Some mean men with swords came, and Mother told me to run to the village as fast as I could, so I did. She said she'd be right behind me, but I've been waiting and waiting, and I can't see her.
Kita tanya ayahnya di mana.
He went with William to the neighbours yesterday, but he didn't come back.
Oke, mungkin kita bisa nolong dia mencari ibunya.
Mother said I wasn't to go with anyone. I'm supposed to wait for her here, in the village.
Kita nyuruh dia ke Chantry, semacam
I
gerejanya.
will, but only if I don't find Mother first. You're a really nice man, kind of like Father. I should go look for Mother now.
So let's talk about your mother for a moment.
I'd rather talk about your mother.
Well, there's nothing to talk about. And besides, isn't your mother a scary witch who lives in the middle of the forest? Much more interesting.
To you, perhaps. You would find
Ini
on
Alison
a
mungkin
stone.
ibunya ya.
Hello, stranger. I don't suppose you know anyone that can make traps? Old man Barlin said that Darkspawn may be coming soon. He's got traps on his farm. I figured I'd put a few on my lands. Barlin wants to poison his traps. I just want normal traps.
Jadi ini adalah laki tua yang pengen menjebak Darkspawn dengan jebakan beracun di sekitar rumahnya, berharap bisa membunuh Darkspawn. Oke.
He doesn't have any poison yet, thank the Maker. So his fields are just full of traps. He can be a bit eccentric. None to be had. Balin has all the traps in the village in his fields. I didn't mean to bother you. Sorry.
Kita kan memang tipe warrior ya. Kalau tipe rogue itu bisa
As you say.
jebakan.
Just how smart a Mabari is supposed to be, anyway. Is that so? You could just be listening to the tone of my voice. You could be an utter moron for all we know. Hey now. There's nothing saying that a moron can't be cute and adorable. Who's the cute and adorable puppy?
You got a bed for the night. You taken care of. Ever since good King Kaelan passed, refugees and soldiers have been passing through. I'm the elder here, and I've my hands full making sure refugees don't turn to petty theft, or worse. Sir Bryant at the Chantry is seeing to matters of defence and such. He'd have more of an ear for your type. Too much to do, and not enough time.
Do you need any help?
I don't suppose you know anything of tonics, medicines, or herbs.
Tahu sedikit ya? Aslinya sih tidak.
Then you may be able to do us a lot of good. All manner of travellers come through, many injured or sick. There's medicinal herbs in the woods to the north. If you make a few poultices, I'll scrape together some sort of payment. I'll write all you need to know in this note here.
Kita dapat item ya, cuma nggak tahu item apa ya. Wis biarlah wis. Kita buat laser health poultice.
Have any luck finding herbs in the woods?
Ini kita ngasihkan elf foodnya mungkin.
This will help many people.
Oke, kita dapat 50 keping perak. Sekarang kita cari quest lagi ya.
How dare you accuse me of thievery? I saw you take the supplies from my car. Your grassland eyes are inept. A chastened would never stoop to petty theft. You marsh folk are all thieves and liars.
Shokke basit. Merada starit. Merada twas. You aren't one of my captors. I will not amuse you any more than I have the other humans. Leave me in peace. I'm in a cage, am I not? I've been placed here by the Chantry. I am Sten of the Beresad, the vanguard of the Kunari peoples.
Namanya Sten, teman-teman.
You mock me, or you show manners I have not come to expect in your lands. Though it matters little now, I will die soon enough.
This is a proud and powerful creature, trapped as prey for the Darkspawn. If you cannot see a use for him, I suggest releasing him for mercy's sake alone.
Mercy? I wouldn't have expected that from you.
I would also suggest that Alistair take his place in the cage.
Yes, that's what I would have expected.
I suggest you leave me to my fate.
Mungkin kita bisa
No
menambah
doubt.
kru
What help do you seek?
untuk melawan
The
Blight.
Blight. Are you a Grey Warden, then?
Oke,
Surprising.
ya,
My people have heard legends of the Grey Warden's strength and skill. Though I suppose not every legend is true. Perhaps if you told her the Grey Wardens need my assistance, it seems as likely to bring my death as waiting here. Farewell, then.
Eaten alive by Darkspawn. That's cruel. I wonder why the revered mother's so afraid of him.
Oke, Stan. Kita harus cari cara untuk membebaskan Stan dengan ngomong dulu ke Reverend Mother. Sekarang kita nyari di mana Reverend Mother-nya.
The carnage we left in the wilds was horrible.
For refugee.
You might not want to go in. Tavern's full, and those soldiers are being a nuisance. Same reason the chantry's full, packed with people who fled their homes. The tavern keeper's letting folks sleep on the floors, but he can only fit so many. And those soldiers are getting restless. They're not here to defend us. They were looking for someone before they started drinking. I hear they almost killed a man because they didn't like his face. I wonder if they're deserters from the King's army. Is there any reason to be happy? With the King dead, them Darkspawn will overrun Lothering before anyone can organise. You'd think those soldiers could at least run off the bandits. I hear someone gave them what they deserved. Wasn't you, was it?
Yeah.
It was?
Yeah.
Hey, everyone! This is the one who drove out those thieving bastards! More will probably come, but it's good to know some justice is left here. Thank you.
Ada penambang. Ini ada penambang.
Got a brother that fell at Ostagar. Hope we're not next. Did you speak to that?
Oke teman-teman, kita lanjut besok lagi ya. Besok kita akan mencari Reverend Mother untuk membebaskan Stan tadi.